welcome back to my channel. You're probably wondering, Forrest, where are you? I'm at uni, once again, as I always am, because my life revolves around university now. Also, every video from now on, you're probably going to see my mic connected to something unconventional. I'm pretty sure it was a pencil, a makeup brush, an eyeliner pencil, and now also this pen. I'm just gonna rant to you. Oh my goodness, that's if it stays. I'm just gonna rant to you guys a little bit about testosterone and why it's taken so long for me to post any updates or anything on it. And a little bit of a story time while I wait for me to go into my exam. It is currently 9:30 and my exam starts at 10. So, I'm going to go on a little rant while we wait. So, first off, I am going on testosterone. It's just taking a while because there's been a lot going on and it's not all good or bad. Let me start from the beginning. In August of last year, I had a doctor's appointment to get some blood work done and everything to see if I had low iron. During that doctor's appointment with my GP, I expressed that I would want to see an endocrinologist to go on hormone replacement therapy for testosterone. I expressed that I was trans and that I really want to do this. She referred me to a specialist, an amazing specialist, and I then had the appointment, got my car after my doctor's appointment, called up and was like, hey, I would like to make an appointment. The clinic that she referred me to, she was no longer at, so they gave me a different number. I hung up, called the other number, got booked in. January 15th, 2025, I would have my consultation. I was like, cool, yep, amazing. A couple of months go by, yada yada, I get a call from a number I'm not known for. I pick up, because obviously it's like a business number. I go, hello, this is Forrest, blah, blah. And they go, hey, this is so-and-so. We need your referral and everything because your doctor has moved clinics again into her own private practice. And I went, okay, cool. Give them all that stuff. Again, my appointment is on January 15th. During the week before my appointment, my car breaks down. The alternator gives out and I need to get a whole new one and I don't have a car. I'm now panicking because on that Wednesday I'm supposed to go to this appointment. My dad is now fixing my car, waiting, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I hope you don't need your car because you probably won't have it until the end of the week. And I went, oh shit, okay, well, that's not good. And he went, why? He was like, I hope you don't have plans. And he's like, why? And I went, I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. And he's like, oh, what do you have a doctor's appointment for? And by the way, I'm 18 at this time. I was like, I have a doctor's appointment with an endocrinologist. And out, isn't that a hormone doctor? And I go, yes. And my dad now freaking out. He goes, why do you need to go to a hormone doctor? What's wrong with your hormones? Yada, yada. And I'm like, nothing. And he's like, if this is for that fucking hormone replacement, yada, yada, then no, cancel it. You're out of your mind. You're delusional, yada, yada, all that stuff. Just some really, that's the baseline. I don't actually say what he said because it was really mean stuff. Anyway, I then am in tears because my dad's just literally basically called me ill in the head, and I'm upset. We get past it. My stepmom then comes into my room and is like, you need to cancel that appointment right now. I was like, well, no, I'm not going to cancel it. I will postpone it, meaning I will move it forward. Move it back, move it forward. I'll make it for later on. So I called up the place. I'm like, hey, this is Forrest. Unfortunately, something has happened. I need to reschedule. When is your closest date to be able to reschedule this appointment? The person on the phone goes, 19th of March. Keep that date in mind. 19th of March. Life goes by. I start a new job. I start university on the 3rd of March. All that happens. 19th of March comes around. Theo has come down from Alice Springs and is visiting. That is the first day I'm going to see him when he comes down. I told him about my appointment and he asks if he can come. I go, sure, come to my appointment, yada yada. We go to the bakery, get a giant donut, share it, and then we go to my appointment. The appointment goes well. I now have an invoice for $420 that I have to pay in 2 weeks because I couldn't pay it then because I was broke. Fortunately for me, they were really nice and they were like, we're giving you a 2-week window. If you can't pay it by then you will be fined. And I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, that happens and everything. I come home from that day, right? I've spoken to Theo's mum because Theo's mum is such a lovely person and offered to help pay for my transition, either for the testosterone or all that. And I was like, okay, awesome, amazing. She sends me $100. That day as well, I get my paycheck. My dad messages me. By the way, I go back to uni because I have a uni class. This is all between my uni classes. I go back to university. I have my rest of my day classes. I go home and then, no, I don't go home. I have an event after school. So I get picked up from university. I go to that event. That event happens. And while I'm at that event, my dad is messaging me going, hey, Forrest, what is this extra $100 in your bank account from? And what's it for? And I said, don't worry about it. It's nothing. And he goes, well, now that's suspicious. Tell me what it is. And I go, I don't want to talk about it right now. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I enjoy the rest of my night. I get home and my dad and sitting in the lounge room. And I walk in. I go, hey, hi. And they go, hello, how was your day? Yada, yada. What was this $100 for? And I go, I don't want to talk about it. And he goes, no, because you're going to tell us. Why have you been given $100? And I went, it was for my doctor's appointment today. And they go, what doctor's appointment? And I go, the doctor's appointment for my hormone replacement therapy for testosterone. They both start losing their mind. And luckily for me, I'm calm in this situation because I saw it coming. I knew this was going to happen. I was prepared for my parents to go AWOL, all that stuff. So I'm now sat there talking to them in a calm manner, being like, yada, yada, this, that. I'm 18, I can make my own decisions, blah, blah. I'm starting to get really anxious. So I call Pixel. Doesn't pick up. The boyfriend does not pick up. I'm like, okay, well, I look at the time. It is like 3 a.m. He's going to be asleep. So I was like, okay, well, cool. I then call Theo. Called Theo and I'm like, Theo, in case I need somewhere to go, can I please come to yours after, yada, yada. And he's like, yeah, sure. I'm then like on the phone to him, talking to him while my parents have gone into their bedroom and are talking to my mum. They finished talking to my mum and I'm talking to Theo still and his mum and we're just chatting about what's happening and all that. My dad comes in, he goes, can you please end the phone call? And I go, yeah, sure. I don't end it and I forget to end it. He's like, no, end it. And I was like, okay, I ended it. Anyway, my dad then starts civilly talking to me, which was really weird. But then he says, why are you so calm? I feel like you're hiding something else. And I was like, no, I'm not. I expected this to happen, so I'm calm. He's like, well, I think you're lying. They're now going, you're being deceitful, you're lying, you're being immature, yada, yada. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, honestly, what is going through your little head right now is like sharp. So hang on, I gotta check the time. Okay, it's 9:40. I have to go in like 10 minutes. So I'm now like being like, okay, well, yada, 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 cool. I'm going to bed. My dad goes, okay, I love you, good night. I go, good night. I then get a phone call from my mum. I pick up and my mum starts yelling at me through the phone. And I go, I'm not talking to you about this right now. It is 11 p.m. at night. I have university tomorrow early in the morning. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. She basically says, you're selfish and an idiot for doing this, yada, yada. And I'm like, well, shut up. Not shut up, but I was like, okay, cool. I end the phone call. And this is where I completely break down because my mum has literally gone, you're selfish, you're an idiot, like, you're stupid for doing this, blah, blah. So I break down. Because for your mum to tell you that, it's just not okay. Like, I break down in tears and I'm now crying. My dad hears me, he goes, why you got so upset? And I was like, Mum said this, yada yada. And Dad goes, you know what your mum's like? Like, she'll cool down. I have school the next day, so I go to uni that day, and I also have work after. So I go to uni, I have work, and then I go over to Theo's because I'm like, I'm not going home. I'm going Theo's, sleeping over. I get to Theo's, we hang out and everything. I sleep over, all that stuff. That all goes well, and then on the Friday, we just hang out all day and stuff. I then get home and my parents are still upset. My mum's bombarding my phone, yada yada. Fast forward a few days, my mum has now in a breakdown. I'm spiraling and everything. Oh, and on the day I got my appointment, I also had to do blood tests, so I did that. My doctor was like, we'll contact you in 2 weeks to let you know your results, yada yada. 2 weeks goes by, everything's cooled down by this time and everything. My parents have explicitly said, we are not paying for any of your appointments whatsoever. Nothing, okay? Cool. I was like, cool, I wasn't preparing, I wasn't asking you to pay for any of this. This is for me only. I then get a phone call from my therapist. My therapist goes, hey Forrest, have you seen this email that your parents have sent to your doctor? And I go, no, I have not. She forwards me the email, and it is like a 3,000-word essay about how I'm not competent enough, I'm not immature, and that they don't think I'm trans or have gender dysphoria. I'm now like, what the fuck? So I talk to my therapist, and me and my therapist have an appointment coming up. I go, she's like, I can write a report for you, blah, blah. Basically, on my telehealth appointment that I had 2 weeks later with my doctor after my initial consultation, she basically went, your blood count and everything is fine, but unfortunately I cannot prescribe you testosterone and give you your script right now because of this email, because they think this is malpractice and that they don't think I'm professional enough, and I'm worried that they're going to sue me. I'm like, okay, great. So I could have been on testosterone in March, but unfortunately this has all happened. So this email gets sent. My doctor's like, I can't give you this until this happens. Then I go, so basically she's like, I can't do this until there's a report done diagnosing you with gender dysphoria and that you're competent enough. So I go to my therapist and I'm like, hey, you're a psychologist, can you do this? She goes, yeah, sure. Sends the report through. The report isn't good enough for her. I'm like, oh, great. Because it's not by a psychiatrist. And it also wasn't written that well. Fair enough, cool. I then get a message from my dad a few weeks later for an appointment at the hospital, the gender clinic hospital. And I was like, weird, I haven't made any appointments and everything. So I call up and I'm like, hey, I have an appointment on this date, yada yada. And they go, oh yeah, cool. We can't tell you who made it, but it was made for you on this date. Keep in mind this date again, I think it's the 9th of May. So last week, Friday, the 9th of May. I'm like, cool, the 9th of May, great, fantastic, I go. The 9th of May comes up, I go to the appointment, it's a psychiatrist appointment, and I see a psychiatrist, and he is an amazing psychiatrist. He was so nice. We started off with an icebreaker to get me into it, be like, yeah, yada yada. And then he started asking me questions about my childhood and my past and like me with my gender dysphoria, and like also like, to gauge my competence and my maturity. He also then asked me other questions about how I feel about my body and the changes that I want in testosterone. By the end of the appointment, he basically says, this is my report for you, and this is what I'm taking away from this. I can diagnose you with gender dysphoria because you meet the criteria for gender dysphoria across all boards. I can also say that you are definitely competent enough to make your own decisions, and as an adult who has autism, yada yada, you're way mature. Cool. He then drops the bomb on me that I also fit the criteria for borderline personality disorder. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not thrilled about that one. But he basically said, unfortunately, he can't actually diagnose me or do anything because it wasn't a proper screening for borderline, and that screening is way longer. And that it also, because I'm only 18, that it takes until I'm like 22, 23 to fully diagnose me to fit the criteria, because that's when you're ripe age of like personality disorders and everything. And I was like, cool. So he went, can I have your psychologist's number? And I was like, sure. You have it? He's like, can I ring them? And I was like, yeah, go for it. Basically spoke about how like I would want to talk to my psychologist about this and just go through the criteria and just look out for it for the next few years. And I was like, great. And he's like, and then in like 2 years, come back, get you diagnosed if you have it. If you aren't fully meeting the criteria and it's just signs, then you're fine. I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, now he's asked me, do you have any questions or anything for me? And I go, well, how long is it going to take for you to get this report to my endocrinologist, and then my endocrinologist to come back to me to get on testosterone? And he went, well, unfortunately, I can't gauge how long it's going to take for you to get on testosterone, but the report should be done within a week. Oh my goodness, I think the power just went out. That's a little awkward. Oh well. Anyway, so is it turning back on? I have no idea what's happening. The power had like fully gone out. I'm gonna keep yapping anyway. So he's like, it's gonna be within a week, yada yada. Okay, cool. I call my therapist. I'm like, hey, the report's gone through. I don't know if he's spoken to you yet, yada yada. And he goes, no. She goes, yeah, I've spoken to him. The report should be through as soon as possible. And if not, should be within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I was like, okay, cool. I should be on testosterone in about 2 weeks, maybe more. Hopefully by the end of May. If not, then yeah. But this is just a little update on what's happening. I really hope that you guys stay for the journey and everything. I'm really excited. But yeah, so thank you for listening to my little rant and my update on the whole testosterone situation. I will probably post this video in the next few days. But yeah, that's it. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye!